The movie begins with the husband coming back home and saw divorce papers. He asked his wife what's the meaning of this, and she said she's divorcing him and also taking 40% of his property, which is rightful hers. And if he has any question, he should contact her lawyer. Well, this husband's name is Morris, and he lives together with his Gen Z mama. She told her son not to worry, that she will find a better wife for him, better than that girl that divorced him. Few weeks later, a dispatch driver came to deliver something. Meet Yagazie. Yagazie is a strong, hard-working girl who came from a very poor home. The mother asked her to come in for her money. Yagazie saw an art sculpture and was admiring it. Morris came down and accused her of trying to steal it. And she said, God forbid, she has never stolen in her life and she will never steal in her life. The mother came and asked what was going on. She said she was only admiring it, she wasn't trying to steal it. That they should check their CCTV footage to see if she was trying to steal it. She's not a thief and she has never stolen in her life. Morris said, had it been thieves that are written on their forehead, you will have known. Morris, why are you being mean? Yagazie was about to take her leave. Then the mother asked her for her phone number because she wanted her to be her personal delivery. Few weeks later, after several deliveries, his mom invites Yagazie home. She told her that the first day she saw her, she loved her and she knew that she's the right person for her son. This one, now your mama, they help you to swim. So she later left them to get to know each other, asked her if she wants anything to eat or drink, and she said no, before you poison me. He said, why will I do that? She said, I don't know, it's not written on the forehead. And that was how they end up joking around. After she left, the mom asked him if he liked her, and he said, she's not bad, she's just local. And she said that's the exact kind of girl he needs. She's not educated, she doesn't know anything about assets. Few months later, they got married and she moved in. Please, what kind of new bride wear clothes like this to her husband's house? Yo, you're looking like a nanny already. But Sha, it's not her fault, she's a local girl. The mother welcomed her warmly. She was so happy to have her as a daughter-in-law. So that night, she asked him of a pet name she can call him, either Babe or Zaddy, or... And he cut her off by saying, just call me by my name. Then she said, you said I should stop my delivery work. Which other job do you want me to do now? And he said, no, she's not going to work. She's a full-time housewife. She said she like work, you know, she likes to earn her own money. What if she wants to buy her undies, jewelries? She cannot be asking him money all the time. And he said him and his mom have talked about it and they have agreed on they will be paying her 80,000 naira monthly allowance.
Now yeah, your mama, they marry me.
I wonder, how will he discuss it with his mother first before her, his wife? It's like being a wife is a career job. So he told her she should better be a good wife, and that's all. Yagazie, be like say you don't enter one chance. So Yagazie was in the sitting room enjoying her husband's house, watching television. And here comes Gen Z mama. She asked her to wash her clothes now because she doesn't want to take it to laundry. Her clothes are expensive, they have to be handled with care, so she should make sure she wash it well. And now Yagazie was speechless and doesn't know what to say. After she was done washing, she was about going to the market. Then she noticed her mother-in-law didn't give her transport. She went and asked her for transport and she said,
You've added weight. This is, you can use this as exercise. I'm adding weight like this.
Chineke meo, pot calling kettle black. She's not even up to a week in her husband's house and you're calling her fat already. So Yagazie was forced to trek through and fro to the market. This made her came back very late. Her mother-in-law came into the kitchen and was insulting her that she's too slow. She hasn't finished up till now. Madam, you were the one that asked her to trek to the market. Few moments later, the husband came back and thank God she was done cooking. She was dishing them. And when she sat down to eat, her mother-in-law asked her to go and tidy up her room because she wants to rest after eating. And she was like, what about her food? The husband just said, will you do as you're told? Imagine. I think this was what the ex-wife was facing. That was why she divorced him. So she was still working and he walked in and asked her to take off her clothes. She was like, she's tired. She walked to the market. She has been working since morning and he was like, what's his business that she should lie down? And that was how he mounted her. So the next day, the mother-in-law asked her to make food for 4 people. They are having a guest, and in no circumstances she shouldn't come downstairs. So later that evening, Morris' friends came and they talk about how delicious the food was, which they insist to see the wife just to compliment her. And the mom said no, she's tired and she's resting. The next day, Yagazie told her husband that she wants to go and make her hair. This one is old. And he said she should wait till month end to collect her salary, then she can pick from it to make her hair. She said, I thought it's allowance. He said allowance, salary, whatever you choose to call it. So one day, our Gen Z mama came and meet Yagazie and asked her why she spoiled her expensive clothes. Yagazie said she's sorry, she didn't know that the clothes fade. And she said she intentionally do it because our generation can never buy such kind of clothes. Yagazie said, Is he on top this clothes that is not even fine?
Says, who are you talking to like that?
Hey, whoa, hot slap from mother-in-law. She waited for her husband to come back that night and she told him, your mother slapped me. At first, he ignored her and entered the bathroom. He came out and she repeated it again. I said, your mother slapped me. And he said, so? She have every right to discipline you as a child. So the next day, his friend and his wife came in, and luckily, Yagazie was the one at the door. And before she could introduce herself, the mother-in-law appeared and asked her to go upstairs. She introduced her as her son helpmate. Now wife don't turn to helpmate too. After they left, the mother came and met her in the kitchen. Did she know why her husband friend came? She said they came to tell them they are pregnant. Yagazie said, congratulations. She said, when are you giving me my grandchild? If you don't get pregnant in the next few months, I will change you in a snap of a finger. There is God. Yagazie was fed up with this attitude. She decided to tell her husband to please find a small apartment for his mom. Let her leave them to enjoy their marriage. And he said the next time she discussed something like that with him, she would be the one sent out. The next day, Moritz and his friend were chatting up. Guess who is here? Yagazie bestie. She was like, our in-law. Our in-law, you don't fresh. Your marriage sweet though. He's my friend. Yagazie. Then he stopped her and asked her to leave immediately. She was like, Namio, your wife bestie. CHIZZYMAMA came and asked her to leave immediately. He said, all of una collect injection. Una de mad. Yagazie rushed down immediately. And his mom said, get this dog out of here right now. Yagazie pulled her friend outside to talk to her. She said, what's the meaning of this? Don't tell me that this is how these people have been treating you. That's why you don't visit us. The husband came and asked, what is she still doing here? If she doesn't leave this minute, he will call the police to arrest her. She said, hey, Nami, they use police threatening. That police bam. Yagazie tried to stop her from talking, but she wouldn't stop. She said if she touched her again, she would jam their two heads together. All of una they mad. Then she left angrily. Yagazie was quarreled by her mother-in-law and her husband, which she later apologized for her friend coming. Later that night, Yagazie talked to her husband and said, don't you see your friend wife, the way she's looking beautiful, makeup, human hair? Can't you buy me all those things so that I can look presentable? And he said, that's a very good thinking. He added with, you know you can take a girl out of the village, but you can't take the village out of her. So no matter money I spent on you, you will still look worthless. Yagazie felt ashamed and left. Wait, this woman, you don't have a husband. Abi na you be your son wife. Now just marry Yagazie as nanny. I don't know why you are wearing short gown with bonnet and massaging him. So Yagazie came and told them that she wants to go and visit her friend. And they said, don't she have something better to do? And she said she's done with everything. Imagine, I told you, this girl is just their nanny. So the mother told her to go back up to her room to go and pack her clothes and wash. And she said she just washed them yesterday now. The mother said yes, she should rewash them. It wasn't very clean. Husband said, will you go and do what you're asked? Yagazie went back inside to wash her clothes again. The mother-in-law came and said, how will you wash and forget your husband's clothes? Is that a good wife? I think you have started growing wigs. Before you fly with it, I will clip that wings off. The next day, his friend caught up with his wife on her way coming back from the market. Saw her sweating profusely and he was like, don't tell me you walk from the market. And she said, no, it's nothing. I'm using it as exercise. The husband asked her to go in immediately. His friend said, guy, why are you doing this to her? Hope you're not punishing her because of your ex-wife. He asked him to forget it. That's the list of his worries right now. Yagazie came into the kitchen and saw it very messy. And she remembered cleaning it this morning. Who must have messed it up? So she said, since everyone wants to be a pig, then let's be a pig. Few moments later, her mother-in-law came and met her in the sitting room relaxing and said she's here watching TV while the kitchen is a mess.
But you were the one that used the kitchen. Why didn't you clean it?
CHIZZYMAMA looked back to see if she was actually talking to her. He said, me, you're speaking to me like this in my son's house.
Exactly. Your son's house. What are you doing here in your son's house?
Yagazie, help me ask her.
You have your own husband. Go there.
That was how Yagazie changed it for her. She asked her to allow her enjoy her own husband. And I'm sure you know what will come next. Yeah, as expected. This woman, don't go and kill somebody's child though. The husband came back and asked them what happened. The mother said, this silly girl asked me to go and wash the plate and I should pack out of my son's house. And he said, how dare you talk to my mother like that?
Maurice, support me. I am your wife. Support me. A woman that you mount every night like a horse. When I'm in the mood or not.
And poor Yagazie, imagine mother and son beating a wife. Then he warned her if she did anything silly again, you will lock her up. Now wow, is this prison or husband's house? He pulled his sugar mother and left. Few weeks later, Morris and his mom were going on a vacation. Here he was asking her if she was done washing the car and uploading the suitcases. His mother came to tell her that don't think now that we are going you have freedom. Don't allow anybody inside this house, and this is the list of all the activities you'll be doing when we are gone, and make sure you report to me every day. Few hours later, she was called that her husband is involved in an accident. She rushed down to the hospitals to see her so-called husband. The doctor explained the condition to her, that his spine is kinika and now he cannot walk. Same thing goes for the mother. Yagazie says to the mother that please ma, don't die don't die. I need you alive. You know this God is a wonderful God. You guys are done with yours. Now is my turn. Me and you, we have score to settle. So better don't die. After a few weeks, finally they were discharged. His friend was kind enough to bring them back home and he left. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Morris asked Yagazie to get him his phone. She said, you say what? Am I the only one enjoying this? Phone, I need to make some calls. Yagazie said, I've seized it. She brought out a list and said, this is the list of how you guys have treated me in this house. And now it's payback time. He left them for 2 days with no food but just water, and they don't have access to their phone to call for help or anything. A week later, his friend came by to check on them. She told him they are fine and they said they don't want to see anyone. As a matter of fact, let him never come back again. If you want to see him, he will call him. And he left. Yeah guys, yeah, you too do. The next day, she gave him a plain check to sign. She said she needed to go to the market to buy things she will use to take care of them, and his mother has not eaten since yesterday night. So he was like, why will he sign a plain check without knowing the amount? So she said, are you going to sign it or you want your mother to starve to death? So he had no choice but to sign it. Yagazie said, you love this your mother so much, this una love strong, you for come marry him. She went and gave his mother his food, and she told him, your son signed a blank check for me. She tried to go and meet her son, but she couldn't. Yagazie always tried to keep them apart. Yagazie's friend came to visit her and they were having a good time, not until when Gen Z wheelchair mama came. She said she's very hungry, please. She hasn't given them food since morning. Yagazie said she has some dirty clothes with dirty collar and dirty armpits. So if she wash them well, she will. She said, is it with her condition she wants her to wash? Yagazie said, it's your leg that is not working, not your hand. Yagazie came to remind her to wash the armpit and the collar very well, because she sweat a lot. Yagazie, you too do. Celmama finished washing and came for her. Well, no meat inside the food. Yagazie said if she's not eating, let her bring it. Yagazie was tired of being who she is not, so she decided to leave them. She wrote a check of 50 million naira on the check he signed. Mother was pleading and apologizing to her to please leave that money. That's all they have to take care of themselves. Yagazie said had it been they treat her right, she would have been the one treating them right now. And the 50 million she's taking is her compensation. The mother pleaded that that's all is life-saving. What are they going to use to take care of themselves? Yagazie said she know where all the house papers are and car, but she's not a greedy person like them. That's why she only took that 50 million naira. And she doesn't want any police wahala. Mother continued pleading that she's the one that did something wrong, not her son. Yagazie said, yes, you used your mouth to spoil your son's life. Now you have what you want. You guys will be together for the rest of your life. So whatever you're doing, remember this life is turn by turn. That's it for my turn. But guys, do you know that there are people who are more wicked than mother-in-law? These ones, even if your mother-in-law is not wicked, they know how to manipulate her. They have the power to do and undo. Tell me that person in the comment section. Shout out to Miss Chizzy. She's an amazing actress, amazing producer, and amazing director. Please rate this her movie out of 10 and tell me in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time. Bye bye.